Hey everybody. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the next show will be better. It's the Hickson Diaries live show podcast. I guess that's what you could call it. It's the it's the next show will be better. Welcome. Don't mind me. I am in my pajamas because I slept in today and then fell asleep on the couch and went and took a nap. Got up to do the show and am looking forward to going back to bed. This cold is kicking my backside. Woof. It's kind of my fault because I pushed the limits a bit this past weekend celebrating Thanksgiving because I didn't want to miss out or anything. Um, I was, I wore a coat and all that kind of stuff, but I just maybe should have went to bed a little bit earlier, that kind of thing. But anyway, I am lucky enough that I have the opportunity to get better. So I'm just taking advantage of that. So welcome. Thank you all for joining me. Forgive me if I'm a little bit not myself. Like I said, I'm just still feeling a little bit sick. But better than I was. I was miserable before. So I'm definitely better than that. Getting what do you guys say? How do you say? On the mend, right? I'm on the mend, just not quite there yet. But anyways, welcome to the show. We're just gonna have a chat tonight. Nothing special today. Well, I mean it's special because you guys are here and I'm back because I was off last week, right? Let's talk about what I did for Thanksgiving. We went to Hampton Court Palace, so I'm gonna talk about that. I had British version of traditional Thanksgiving food for lunch, and we'll talk about that as well. And then what we ended up having for dinner for Thanksgiving. And then, the start of Christmas season for us is Black Friday. That's the American version anyway. And yeah, so, there's some Christmas stuff out for holiday stuff out for us out there. Already, the child was relentless. And we gave in as I usually do. But anyway, and then we're gonna have a chat. We're gonna talk about our heroes of the week as well, and just have a chat and see what's up with you guys. Catch up. So I know that Diane is here because she gets the gold star for being the first one. Congratulations. We got Manny in the house. We got Roy here. We also have. Did I see Neil? Oh shoot! I clicked something wrong. Okay. I think I saw Neil here as well. Yeah, there's lots of cold and flu about. I'm trying to avoid getting even sicker. That's why this morning I didn't do my walk or anything. I just went right back to sleep. Slept as long as I could, but I still literally slept like a few more hours this afternoon. It's crazy. Neil Morrison is here. It's good to have you back. I hope you all are good. Yeah, no one's forgotten you, Neil. Come on. We're happy to have you back, though. Manny says, I definitely have my Christmas stuff up. I love Christmas. I'm a big 47-year-old kid. Oh, you remind me of my daughter. Disco's here. Hi, Disco. How are you? Glad to have you here. Roy says, I have a 2-foot tall Christmas tree with built-in lights. I've had it for years. That's funny. I was looking, when we were doing some Christmas shopping over the weekend, I was looking at pre-lit trees and I was like, we should have got a pre-lit tree. I think we didn't because I think there was like a substantial price. Like it was cheaper to get the tree without the lights and then buy the lights. I think that's why we ended up not doing it. It wasn't that big a deal putting on the lights or anything because we don't have a very large tree either. I think it's probably 4 foot, I think. So. Diane says I'm the same about Christmas. And you're 60. Hi, Richard Wilmot. Thank you for being here. Glad to have you. She's recovering from her operation. Oh, good. I'm glad. Radiotherapy. She's got to have radiotherapy too. Radiotherapy killed. Sorry, bad choice of words. Radiotherapy really wore my dad out. I remember he had that He had cancer in the throat cancer. It was right here. It was like pushing on um, his larynx and his larynx, or maybe could even have been his jugular. In all fairness, I don't remember 100% now, but it was pushing on something that was pretty severe. So they did radiotherapy really quickly on him, and it shrunk, but it knocked him out. Like he was tired for a long time. He was really tough on him. I hope that wishing a speedy recovery, and obviously good wishes and all the best, Neil, to you and yours. And we're thinking of you. Diane, I agree. Built-in lights are the choice and they're the way to go, especially if you like the ambiance, but you really can't be bothered. That's a very lazy way to look at it. Very American way to look at it. Neil says, I don't know how Americans could cope with my situation enough to worry about without having to worry about the cost of. Is that the end of your? I just want to make sure that's the end of your. Yeah, yeah. I mean, my dad's situation was different because he was a veteran. He got assistance with the medical costs. So luckily, my parents didn't have to pay for anything. But if the roles were reversed, like if it was my mom, we would have definitely had to pay for it. And I mean, he had ambulance transit. He had all kinds of tests. He had radiotherapy. He had COVID as well. He had breathing issues. He was taken to the emergency room. He was admitted in the hospital many times. So if she had the exact same thing that he had, they would have had to sell their house to pay for it. It's absolutely insane. And I remember having a conversation with my mom and my aunt. My aunt is also a cancer survivor. She had breast cancer. And she struggled financially for a long time because of it as well. She was on her own. She didn't have a partner either. So it was really difficult for her. But she got a little bit of assistance because she was on her own, but not much. She was paying medical bills for a bit, I remember. But so we were having this conversation after my dad had died. And my mom was explaining to my aunt, all of the way that all she had to do was call up the Veterans Association and tell them that he had to go to the hospital, but he had to go to the local one instead of theirs because it was, life-threatening and all that kind of stuff. And how they helped her along with it, which is fantastic because it's not always, you don't always get that kind of guidance and care, bedside manner from government entities when you need help. But she didn't. She was really pleased with how they treated her and my dad and everything. And they were complimenting it, and they were saying what a good, what a different experience that my aunt had to what my dad and my mom had. And I basically just said, yeah, that's because socialized medicine works. And they both looked at me like I had two heads at first. Then it kind of sunk in. And they were like, yeah, I guess it does. I'm like, yeah, it does. That's how it should work for everybody. It shouldn't just be, not that he shouldn't get it because he was a veteran and he definitely should get care, but it should be for everybody. You shouldn't have to put yourself in that kind of position to get it. Well, I hear you. You have enough to worry about, Neil, with making sure you're making doctor's appointments and you're getting quality time in, and you're working, paying all the bills, all the everyday stuff that goes along with it, because heating bills and rent and mortgage and all that stuff, they don't care if you're sick, right? You still got to pay it all. So yeah, I'm really glad you don't have to worry about that, Neil. Just focus on your family and everything that you guys need. And if there's anything that we can do to help you, Neil, please let me know. And do not apologize for being not as active because you have other stuff going on. Family is always first. So I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being a member. Don't get me wrong. I love that you're here, but your family comes first. So, and of course, and I'm dead serious. If there's anything I can do, please let me know. This is bothering me. Okay. Hi, John Boxton. Thank you for being here. Glad to have you. Manny says, I have a tree with fiber optic lights built into it. They shine red, green, and blue. Yeah, that's the way to go. We just had, when we were picking on our tree, we just had such a budget, right? Because we sold everything. Well, we couldn't sell, we gave away. We literally had a couple suitcases full of stuff. You know, we didn't bring anything frivolous with us because we didn't know how long it was going to take for us to get our own place. We didn't know how long it was going to take for us to get jobs and stuff. We had leads, but we didn't have anything, you know, concrete. And so, you know, we had to get the child situated too. So we just didn't, we just had some money put aside for stuff and we didn't know how much it was going to cost either. So we had to get a car, you know, the whole big thing. So we just went with whatever the cheapest options were. That's why we had like 4 ornaments, I think, or something the first year, but we had a tree and lights. So if I ever upgrade my tree, which I probably won't unless I have like this falls apart, to be honest, because I'm so cheap. But if I ever upgrade it, I probably will go with the pre-lit ones. They're just like easier, and I think they're nicer because the lights go on in the right way. You know what I'm saying? But I do like the quirkiness though of like how the lights fall and how the branches fall and everything. I don't know. So Richard wants to give me a wake up call at 5 a.m. Let's not do that. So everybody was off for the long weekend and we didn't have to get up at a certain time and it was so glorious. Like I don't really have to get up at a certain time, but I do just because my partner leaves early for work and I just want to make sure my daughter has everything squared away for school, and if she's running behind or he's running behind, you know, I feel it happened once or twice where I slept in. It probably wasn't even here in the UK, but I just remember it happening once or twice where I slept in, but they had like a rushed bad morning and they really could have used an extra pair of hands. And I was sleeping, right? And I just felt awful about it. So ever since then, I just want to kind of be on hand. Even I always go downstairs, make sure everybody's okay. And if they're okay, then I go back upstairs and lay down, but I don't actually fall asleep until I know they're both out of the house, right? Just in case that something comes up and they need me. I just feel awful. Feel like I just feel lazy. Like, and it just makes me feel very, very uncomfortable when they're rushing around and if they're in distress and I'm just like laying in bed sleeping. It's terrible. Even though it works the other way around, I probably wouldn't wake them. It's just the way I am. I can't help it. Hi, Stephen Kelly. Thank you for being here. Glad to have you. I don't know what Dixon of Dock Green greetings means. What is that? It's a TV show. Okay. Don't know it. BBC police procedural television series about daily life at a fictional London police station with emphasis on petty crime. Alrighty. Well, thank you for dropping that gem on me. I'll check it out. John Broxton. Oh, that's right. You're in LA, so you got a good Thanksgiving. We had a lovely Thanksgiving dinner with friends. We basically had a British Christmas dinner, but with some of the weird sides. American, like, yeah, like you got it. Green bean casserole and cornbread stuffing. Oh, I don't care so much about the casserole because I don't really like green beans that much. But cornbread stuffing, y'all don't have that here, and it is delicious. It is very good. It's nice and fluffy, and it takes in the flavor of the meat. Mwah. I'm glad you had a good Thanksgiving, though. I was going to ask you if you celebrated at all, because you know, sometimes people don't, even if they're in that vicinity, and even if they have, you know, Americans in their life. That's basically what it's about, though, is getting together with friends and eating really good food. And you're right, it is basically a roast dinner. It's it's phenomenal because it's huge. It's like it's a feast, just to represent obviously the first feast between the Pilgrims and the Native Americans. But it's I don't know. It's always my favorite foods for some reason. Although I remember one year my mom tried to do something different and she made a whole bunch of stuff that like nobody liked and nobody we all felt really bad. Me and my partner were like loading our plates with this stuff and putting lots of gravy on it and trying to eat it so that because we just felt really bad because she had tried to make all this stuff and we didn't really like it. This is like the only time she's ever tried to do anything different as well. It's really funny as well. John says, thankfully not sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on top. I actually don't like that. I'm not a huge fan of sweet potatoes or yams, and the marshmallow just makes it too sweet. So for me, it's like, I don't like it very much. But to each their own. I had, so we were at Hampton Court Palace for Thanksgiving, which is gorgeous. They had some of the Christmas decorations up, holiday decorations up, and that was cool. Obviously an absolutely stunning place, especially I guess it's the back, right, where they have all the trees and they have the where the river and all of that. What a spectacularly intimidating place to come up to from the river, by the way. Totally feel it. But it was really interesting. There was a lot to see. We learned a lot. We had lunch there. We had like a late lunch, early dinner. And they had like a Cornish pasty, but it had Thanksgiving stuff in it. So it had like turkey with stuffing and cranberries and stuff. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have that because it's very Thanksgiving-y. And then they had roasted parsnip soup, which I had some of that, but I ruined it by putting this like garlic oil in it, and it ruined it for me. And then there was something else that I had on the side, which I can't remember what it is, but I didn't like any of it. I ended up not liking any of it. Like the Cornish pasty was not the pasty whatever pastry thing wasn't good. It didn't go well. There was something in the stuffing. Oh, I think there's something else in the stuffing. I think there's sausage in the stuffing or something that I didn't like, and it ruined the whole thing for me. And the parsnip soup, like I said, I ruined it with the garlic oil. So I traded with my partner, and I ended up having bangers and mash for Thanksgiving. Because I was like, I'm so hungry, and that's all I got. So, and he was gracious enough to switch with me, so I just got to eat what I had. Then we, on our way home from Hampton Court Palace, we ended up going to Wagamama's and had ramen because it was a bit damp. It wasn't really raining, but it was damp. It's that cool, damp air. And we were out in it all day, right? And it had started raining just as we were leaving. And we were just feeling like, cozy ramen-y kind of thing. And we had a gift certificate, so we're like, we're just gonna use the gift card and go to Wagamama's, and it was good. It was delicious. It was perfect, actually. That was my Thanksgiving meal. But I'll get to have like turkey and stuff for Christmas, so it's not a total wash. Manny says, I'm like your daughter. I have to have the Christmas tree and decorations up as soon as is possible. And I'm heavy into the Christmas spirit. I'd be relentless too. She would have had them up like before Halloween. I think right after Halloween, because she gets like Halloween, it might be a tad early. She definitely would have had it up before Thanksgiving. I just can't I think I said this in my first Vlogmas video, but I just can't do it until after Thanksgiving. Mentally, I'm not in. I'll be a Scrooge. You know what I mean? I wouldn't enjoy the process of decorating the house and reminiscing about my Christmas stockings and the ornaments and that kind of stuff. So I would ruin it. I know I would, because I would be in a foul mood because I'd be like, it's too freaking early. We haven't had Thanksgiving yet. That would be what's going through my head the entire time. So I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to ruin it for her. So I can't do it till Thanksgiving. So we ended up doing it on Friday after Thanksgiving because she was very lovely and patient, but the top is off. Did you hate that when you put the top on and it, like, you go to take a drink and the air gets in it? So we ended up spending all of Black Friday doing the Christmassy stuff. I didn't spend as much money on her. She was really big on ornaments this year because we had tons and tons of ornaments in America. Because through the years, even like when I lived at home and everything, we would each get one ornament a year as a Christmas gift. And then when we moved out, we would have our own ornaments then, right? And our tree would be filled, which is a lovely gesture, except then you never really get to decorate your own tree, right? They're all ornaments that were bought for you, which is nice in one sense, but also when you grow up a little oppressed and all of that, it's kind of, you kind of want to be able to do something on your own in your own place. So, and that tradition didn't stop once we got out of the house, got married, had kids, because, heaven forbid. So we always had a lot of ornaments that were very kind of personality driven and very quirky, which I didn't mind, but we had to give up a lot of them. We couldn't bring any of them. I think we have a few key ones packed away. But other than that, we couldn't bring them with us. So when we moved and we got our own, I wanted like a nice tree, right? I didn't want a quirky tree. I wanted a nice tree. I wanted really nice ornaments that all coordinated together and all that kind of stuff. And that's what we did last year as well. But this year she wore me down and we got some quirky ones too. Actually, we got quirky ones for my niece and nephew and sent them to them last year. And she convinced me to buy a set for ours this year. And I was like, okay, but that's the only quirky ones we're going to put on the tree ever. And then this year she wore me down. So she's just such a good kid. So she doesn't ask for a lot. She really doesn't. So I always feel bad not getting her what she wants because she really doesn't ask for a lot. So I didn't. So this year is all about trying to find, good let's put it this way, ornaments that satisfies both our tastes that we could both live with. I didn't spend as much money as I thought I was going to, though. I did buy her the throw because I have no backbone. Steven, you have the flu as well? Yeah, I think I have the flu. The only thing is I don't have any fever, but I have I'm achy, I'm stuffy, my stomach's like in and out. I'm exhausted. Anyways, thank you so much for the generous super chat, Disco. I appreciate it. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Hi, Marja. I had a really good week. Thank you. I hope you had a good week. How was your Thanksgiving? Did you celebrate? Oh, Richard, you need to make sure you take care of yourself, ma'am. You don't need that. John Broxton says, our neighborhood has started putting decorations up, massive inflatable Santas and reindeers, massive fairy lights, candy cane fences. Yep, that sounds exactly like America. There's a few people that have gone all out this year, actually. I think I'm going to do a night walk at some point around the neighborhood and or maybe a drive even, because there's a few that are a little bit like on the other side of town. Because they are kind of scattered. It's not like America where like everyone on the street has decorations out. So maybe a drive, but I'll do a little short or something of like the decorations here in the UK. Richard said his late wife got treatment from the NHS. Good. I mean, I hope, was it a positive experience, Richard? Because I have heard people with negative experiences of the NHS. Fewer than positive. The positive have outweighed, but there have been some nightmarish stories I've heard. But in all fairness, there's been nightmarish stories I've heard in private for private care too. So I have to blow my nose. Excuse me. Nothing but quality content for you guys. Lori says I need to get all of the Christmas decorations out of the loft. Yeah. I've heard some people I know that have lots of Christmas decorations. It's like a day just to take them all out, like just get them all out either from the loft or wherever it is they store them. And then the next day is when they actually start like putting everything up because it's an ordeal in itself just getting everything from storage. Oh, Marge, are you putting up all your Christmas goods? I'm glad. Holiday. I'm sorry. I should not make the assumption. Holiday decorations. Oh, Diane says her grandson is a nativity and it can't wait because he's playing a camel. That's so adorable. Oh my god, that's so adorable. I love when little kids dress up like that. It's so freaking great. Nativity though, that's really, really British. Can't do nativity in America because it's religious based. You can't do that in schools, public schools anyway. Roy says which end? Good question. I should have asked that question. I'm kicking myself for not thinking of it, Roy. Well done, though. Manny says, I will always support the NHS. They do so much fantastic work despite all the many challenges they face, but I have always had great treatment. I second that, Manny. I have not had any real issues personally, and even in my private circle, I've not had any issues. One person I know has had a surgery that was delayed. One person I know has had a surgery that was delayed, but the surgery isn't necessary apparently. It's necessary and they need to do it, but it's not urgent or life threatening. And one other person needed to get an MRI because they're having back issues, and that kept getting delayed, and it was a long ordeal. So I get it; those are annoying things, but they're not life threatening things. So to me, that's not to diminish anyone's complaints or struggles, but it's not. They're definitely not horrific stories. I have also heard stories from people who've left comments and stuff in the community that have said they've had really horrific situations with NHS because of delays and stuff. But I've not seen that, and I'm going to be completely honest. So I feel really horrible for anyone that might have gone through that. But that doesn't mean that the NHS itself is terrible. But I understand how when you have a really bad personal experience with something, how it taints your point of view. How you can't be objective. Just like the same thing, like I can't necessarily be 100% objective about the NHS because I've never had a bad experience. So I have to think about that perspective as well. But the NHS itself, the reason I support it isn't just because I've personally always had good experiences with it, but it's because I believe in the concept of socialized medicine. I believe it should be a government entity because it's a human right to be able to get well when you're sick, because you have no control over that. It's something that is in the environment and stuff. So it's, I don't know what that is. Sorry, someone just sent me an email, but it was weird. It's just not, you don't have control over it. So I think it's something that should be, I think public services like water and transportation should also be, government run public services, and you shouldn't have to pay for them either. Like my thing is that you should never have to pay for housing. You shouldn't have to pay for water and electricity, and you shouldn't have to, like, it should come out of your taxes. You shouldn't have to pay for fire departments and police, and you shouldn't have to pay for public transport. All of that should be free for everybody. Like, you should be able to get to and from work. You should be able to have a safe place to live that is warm, that you can cook your food, and it's it's safe. It's not falling down. It's not a slum, and you should be able to have access to healthcare. In my opinion, a lot of people call me woke, and they call me a dreamer. But hey, that's just what I think. Richard says, I just put the cards out. I love the homemade cards for my great nieces and nephews. Aww, those are the best. You guys here in Britain are really, you guys like Christmas cards. Like, you like cards in general. I don't care about cards as much. I used to. When I used to like buy gifts, I used to always get a gift card because I didn't want to be bothered. But I would always spend a lot of time on a really good card. Now, I'm the exact opposite. I don't buy cards unless I have to. If I do, I buy them. I don't think about them nearly as much. And I don't like to buy gift cards now. I like to find an actual gift of some sort. So, strange how you change, how your mind changes when you get older. But no, the homemade ones from the little ones, oh, they're the best. Stephen says that our tree goes up on the 10th every year. My wee sister's birthday, we still do it in her memory. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh, I love that. Yeah, this week is actually the anniversary of my sister's death. So I think that might be why I've been in a little bit of a crappy mood. That and because I'm sick, but like when you're sick, everything gets heightened because you don't feel yourself. So every emotion is like 10 times more exaggerated. Richard says I've got the alcohol for Christmas. Yeah, we've stocked up a little bit as well. We just have our regular alcohol though. You guys, Marcia says got port and sherry. Yeah, that's like a very British Christmassy thing too. I don't know anyone that drinks port and sherry in the States. Y'all are in the States and you know somebody that drinks that, please let me know. But I don't remember knowing anybody that drank that. To me, that is like a very upscale thing, a ritzy thing to do. Rory Cousin says that's the spirit of Christmas. Is that why they call it spirits? Don't know, but it makes sense. Yesterday was a public holiday here in Scotland for St. Andrew's Day. St. Andrew's Day? I've heard of it. Forgot what it is, though. Oh, I was thinking of Burn tonight, I think, actually. St. Andrew is your patron saint on his feast day of November 30th. It's a national holiday that celebrates Scottish culture through food, music, and dance, and also marks the beginning of Scotland's winter festivals. St. Andrew is one of Jesus' 12 apostles, the patron saint of Scotland, and his day is religious and cultural. So is that like a day that you put up, like, would you wait until after that day to like start your holiday celebration? Like, is that your kickoff? You said my good lady has a 12-inch tree. She's spoiled rotten. Did you mean a 12 foot? Or do you mean 12 inches? Because 12 inches is 1 foot. Maybe it's a joke and I'm missing it. It could be. You guys like to do that to me. A crate of beer from my local brewery and another crate from a brewery in Marlow. Jeez, party at Richard's house? Dang. Going 2 weeks of sobriety. Oh, does that wait? Then enjoy? Are you really sober? Like trying to be sober? Or you're saying I'm going to be sober for 2 weeks and then I can go crazy? I know people that do stuff like that. If you're going sober, go for it. Good job. That shit's hard. Yes, I second that. I hope you have a good St. Andrew's Day and a bank holiday for all the Scottish people. Thank you all. Thank you, Manny, thank you, Neil, for reminding me. And thank you, Manny, for saying what I was going to say anyway. So you guys are awesome. Got some nice chocolate stout. Ew. Why would you ruin chocolate with stout? Ew. Did you enjoy your haggis, Neeps and Tatties? Okay, tell me Tatties does not sound, even Neeps sounds a little bit naughty, right, guys? Margis's chocolate stout is delicious. Dixon started every show by saying evening all. Maybe I'll start saying evening y'all so I can put my own spin on it. I won't remember. I'm now 5 3/4 years on sobriety. Oh, congratulations, Manny. That's awesome. There's different kinds of haggis? Wow, I'm learning that. There's free range haggis? Isn't haggis like all the leftovers? John says, I seem to remember years ago, pre 9/11, the U.S. Embassy had a Thanksgiving thing you could go to, not on embassy grounds, but somewhere else. Really? Huh. Yeah, I don't remember hearing anything about that, but it would be cool if they did something like that. Richard, you have all that alcohol and you're only really drinking company. You must be planning a party or start having guests, because that is a lot. Alcohol-free mulled wine. Mulled wine, another very British thing. Like what? I don't know how you can drink that, Marja. It's so gross. Oh. But good on you for the alcohol-free. Well done. We're rooting for you guys. A friend of mine who was married to an American who lived in London went to it a couple times and said it was really good, a bit taste of home. Oh, I bet. I will admit that like I do miss like American stuffing, as you were saying, like the cornbread stuffing. And I miss we used to have crescent rolls. Let's see if I can find a pic. All right, here we go. We used to have crescent rolls every Thanksgiving. And they're so good. And I haven't been able to find them here. I mean, I suppose I could try to make them on my own, but we used to have the canned version. Grands, Pillsbury Grands, and oh, yeah, there we go. These. Yeah, that's what we used to have. Anyway, so I do miss those. I miss having like biscuits. I have to make them. Wagamama's is good. I really like their ramen and their. I usually get their ramen and their teriyaki. It was good though. It was because we don't have it often because it's a little expensive, so we don't have it often. But every once in a while, because there is one near our house, someone will mention that they want like really good ramen, and I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. Wild haggis have one leg longer than the other, and it helps them get up and down the mountains. What the hell? You are so full of it. That can't possibly be real. Haggis is like part of like an animal's stomach, right? Like you throw a bunch of stuff in it. I think you're pulling my leg. I think John's pulling my leg. The haggis drinks from the whiskey streams and eats Scottish fellas. The haggis hiding in Kelly Grove Museum and Art Gallery is cute. Quote from American Friend. Oh. I do have a really good kid. She was like 3 years old, 2 or 3 years old when she wrote her very first letter to Santa for the holiday, right? And she had 3 things on it. She's like 3 years old, 2 years old. She only wanted 3 things. So we were like, we have to get her all 3 things. Like we can't. That's not fair. She only has 3 things on her list. Like me and my partner were talking about we had like 50. Oh, she's such a good kid. I'm so lucky. She's a really good kid. Christmas is having a real fire in the living room. Well, I can't do that because our fireplace is closed off. But we might be going over someone's house for Christmas this year, and they have a fireplace or like a wood burning stove. So I do remember when we lived with family when we first got here, and they had the fire, like the stove or whatever, on when it was cold like this, and I do miss it. I didn't definitely miss it when we had no heat. I have a cold. I'm getting over it. Fingers crossed, is actually getting over it. I am so exhausted today. Yesterday afternoon, I kind of pushed through it because I'm like, it'll be okay. I took a little medicine and I just kind of pushed through it. But today, I'm really exhausted today. I slept in and took a nap already, and I'm like, yep, my bed's calling me. Could your daughter have a small Christmas tree in her room and leave the main tree decorations for you to choose? No, that is a good idea, Diane. We thought about that when we lived in our flat because her room was a lot bigger. But then when we moved here, her room was like a third of the size. So she just doesn't have the space for it. But she does have like her Christmas countdown, like a little Christmas countdown thing that she has. She's got that in her room. She's got like reindeer ears that she has. She created a tree out of books because she has a couple books that she's getting rid of. So she created like a tree out of books. They're like open and on top of each other. That was really cute and clever. She's got a couple Christmassy things in her room, but she doesn't have the room for a tree. She barely has the room for all her stuff that she has. But good idea. We'll see if we ever move to a bigger place or where she at least has a bigger room. We'll see. Richard said the weirdest Christmas was driving around Australia suburbs with Christmas stuff out in the middle of summer. Yeah, we have family that lives in New Zealand, and they always tell us about like barbecuing on the beach for Christmas, for the holidays and stuff. It's really funny, and they have kids, and their kids will watch like Christmas movies and be like, "Why is it snowing? Why is it snowing in the movie? It's not supposed to snow at Christmas." Anyways, I definitely want to go and do like Christmas on the beach one day. I think that would be hilarious. I would have so much fun because I love the beach. The child loves Christmas. It would be very interesting, that's for sure. Is it chugging it down where I am? No. Is it raining? I don't see any rain outside. I'm right in front of a window. It was raining this morning, though. Oh, good night, Stephen. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good one. Disco says they have a storm over there just outside of London, something like that. I think I don't know if it is London or just outside, which doesn't help because it's huge. It's a huge area anyway. Richard says it's quiet here weather-wise as well. Another NHS strike. Yes, you're right, Marja. I did hear that. I actually saw that today. They're playing it right around Christmas as well. I have been through real cyclones, big weather. Really, like tornadoes? Hi, Phil Halbrook. Thank you so much for being here. Glad to have you. Yeah, I hope you have fun at the Nativity. That's something I'm never going to really get to experience, I don't think. Maybe if we are lucky enough to have grandchildren someday, or we have no little kids in our family right now, so maybe if they're still here in Britain, at that point maybe we could see a nativity. But yeah, that's something I've not ever experienced. We had like in America, we have like holiday concerts, and like my daughter was in the choir, so she like sang. We went to see her on those things, but we can't have nativities and that kind of stuff in the US. But it is unique and different, and I hope you enjoy it. It's always good to see the little ones do stuff like that. Hi, Alex Black Cat. Thank you for being here. You said got some snow if you want it. No, thank you. You can have that. You can keep that all for yourself. Thank you so much, though, for the offer. John says woke has lost all its meaning. It's a catchphrase for anything the right doesn't like. It's not just anything the right doesn't like, John. I would go a little bit further by saying anything anyone doesn't like automatically is woke. It has been hijacked by far. They tend to be that. Sam K is here. Hi, Sam. Thanks for being here. You've been through a freaking typhoon at sea. Oh, a typhoon. What was I thinking of? I know I was thinking tornado, but I've heard it called something else. Cyclone. I was thinking cyclone. That's why I thought. Okay. So typhoon is a tropical cyclone that develops between. Oh, Jesus. Wow. That seems like it would be really scary being on the water and seeing that. I was in we were doing a road trip. It was a really long time ago before I even met my partner. We were doing a road trip from Virginia, and the way you get, because you can go around, but it takes a really long time to go around on land. So they built what they call a tunnel bridge, and it basically goes over the bridge. There's bridges and tunnels that go through the Chesapeake Bay. So you go like through a tunnel, and then you come up to the surface, you go and you're on a bridge for a little while, and then you go through a tunnel again and you're on the bridge. It's called the Chesapeake Bay Tunnel Bridge. And we went through that with a horrific rainstorm. And I just remember I could hear like the pressure of the ocean when we were in the tunnel. And when we were on the bridge isn't very high. So you have like, here's where the water level is, and then here's where the bridge is. It's like really close. I mean, it's probably a little bit higher than that, and it was probably just the sea was raised a bit during the storm, but we were going through that, and I was like, we're literally going to be engulfed by the sea at any moment. It was crazy. The waves were insane. There was lightning, there was thunder. It was raining really hard. We couldn't see very well. That in itself was scary. So having some kind of typhoon or cyclone on the sea, I would have probably lost it. I get seasick and everything, so I would definitely have been I would be a mess. John says typhoons are terrifying. When I moved to the US in 2005, every single thing I owned was on a boat in the Gulf of Mexico during Hurricane Katrina. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you probably didn't get any of that. Wow. Gosh. Postage to the US is not cheap. Yeah, I bought a gift of some British stuff to send to my niece and nephew for Christmas, right? And it was it was like 30 pounds, I think, or something like that for the gift, and then 25 pounds to ship it to the US. And I was like, I don't mind paying a little extra because I know it's international, but this is as much as the gift. But I tried to do it from like a US company, like order it from the US company and just pay for it, so it would be domestic shipping, but it's still really expensive. I still ended up paying, I think, like at least 50 quid for the whole thing. I was like, it's not worth it. Just put some money in an account. Hopefully they'll come visit me someday and I'll spend it on them. It's insane. I was like, it's never been that bad, but it's definitely because of the tariffs. Because it's never been that bad before. It's always been expensive, but it's never been that. We used to have stuff shipped. My mother-in-law and our family used to ship stuff to my daughter all the time. It was never that expensive. We used to ship stuff back as well. Why did YouTube get rid of the live stream time? Well, we're about 50 minutes in now, Sam. I don't know what you mean. But hey, we're live at 8 p.m. UK time every Tuesday, unless we're off, and I always put an announcement on the community tab. So, and I'm not sure, but we obviously cannot rely on YouTube to tell us what's happening. So we need to figure it out on our own, such is our life in the world today that we live in. Phil says, I'm a Brit in Portugal. Bring on the port. It's so like port is this. I don't even know if I've ever had it. It's so British though. All right, everyone say hi to Sam because he missed everyone saying hello to him. He needs some love. Send Sam some love. I was on a huge cargo vessel that was tossed around like a toy. I can't. So this is why, like, I don't want to go on a cruise or anything, because I know with my luck, I will be on the boat that gets stuck in this random tropical storm or something, and I will lose it. I can't. Oh, it's like my stomach is turning just thinking about it. Sherry was always an old lady drink to me. My grandma always drank it at Christmas, along with a snowball, advocat, and lemonade. Advocat? What is that? Oh, it's like eggnog. Okay. It's like eggnog. Eggnog is gross. Neil says, a line from John Lennon's Imagine came to mind when you said you might be a dreamer. The lines are, you say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. John Legend. Different guy. Different guy. John Lennon, a legend. I know, Sam. We love you. Don't worry. We definitely notice when you're not here, Sam. Snowballs, haven't seen them in a long time. Now, I know Snowball by something else. Well, two other things. Number one, I don't know the drink. Number one is it's a snack treat. It's like marshmallow with coconut on the outside. And then I also know it as something very naughty that people do. I'm just gonna leave it at that. 24-foot yacht in the Pacific gets interesting. Yeah. I don't understand how those people that can like live on a boat. I can't. We went on a boat trip during our trip to Greece, right? It was like a day out on the boat or whatever. And the next day, I could still feel like I had the sea legs. I guess that's what they call it, right? I could still feel it as I was walking around. How do you do that all day long every day and sleep like that? Oh. It's not chocolate. It refers to the dark barley malt. Oh, all right. That makes a little more sense. You tell I know nothing about beer. I know nothing about anything, to be honest with you. My friends come over for a party. Their partners come to collect them in wheelbarrows. Well, I mean, clearly you know how to throw a party, Richard, so that's why they're your friends. Neeps and tatties are parsnips and potatoes. I hear you. I knew the tatties one. I didn't know the neeps one, but it makes total sense. But here's the thing, Disco. Do they not sound naughty? Doesn't it sound like it's something else? That's it. I passed out of Sandhurst on St. Andrew's Day. Our company commander hosted a dinner with haggis, neeps, and tatties, and lots of whiskey. He was Scottish as well. Sounds like a good dinner, though. I would go there. I would do that. I would do that, definitely. As long as it's not on a boat. Brit drinking is different from your upbringing. Oh, yeah. By far. By far. That's amazing, isn't it, Manny? I had the same thing when I stopped smoking. the first I stopped smoking because I got pregnant. So it was a little bit easier for me mindset wise, right? Because I'm like, I can't. But I do remember that the first couple months I was like, I could probably use a cigarette. And every once in a while now, even if I've been drinking a lot, or if I'm really stressed out, I'm like, I could use a cigarette. But then I have a drag or two and I'm like, I don't want any more than that. Like, I'm done. I think you do get to a point where your mind is just like, I don't want it anymore. You get over that addiction part. It's hard though. Alcohol is a lot easier to fall back into, I feel like, than cigarettes are. So speaking from someone who knew many alcoholics in her life. So good. I mean, I think you should be anyone that can give it up for any period of time. Even if you fall off the wagon, you still try again. That's brilliant. I mean, it's really hard. So good luck. And, you have full support here, definitely. Is that 17 inches of snow? Or is it I got 7 inches of snow? Because 7 inches and 17 is different. Just say it, Alex. Oh, yeah. Where are you? I don't know if you told us where you are, Alex. If you did, I've forgotten. So forgive me. Please remind me where you are again. 17 inches of snow is still snowing. Wild haggis are real. Big haggis want you to think otherwise. It's all a conspiracy. I don't think I believe you, John. I'm going to look it up. Wild haggis is not a real animal. It's a mythical creature from Scottish folklore used as a humorous invention. The traditional Scottish food haggis is a savory pudding made from sheep's heart, liver, and lungs mixed with oatmeal, onions, and spices encased in sheep's stomach. The myth of wild haggis, often said to have legs of different lengths, is long-running joke and cultural phenomenon. See, I knew it. I knew it. I'm starting to get to know you guys a little too well now. Can't get as over on me as you used to. Having been to Japan, so Wagamama doesn't cut it. Fair point, Richard. We went to a Japanese restaurant that someone who is very much into Japanese culture and has been to Japan a few times recommended, and it was really good. And it's definitely nothing like Wagamama's, but Wagamama's is closer and less expensive. Surprisingly, less expensive, but it is a lot closer. So for us, it's kind of like, I get it, because it's kind of like fast food Japanese, like fast food version of Japanese food. Well, we have that in America all the time. We have like Italian restaurants that are chain restaurants, so kind of like fast food restaurants for Italian. Like Red Lobster is like a seafood fast food. They're not actually fast food, but they're just like chain restaurants that are kind of like a step up from, like, you have fast food, you have convenience store food, right, which is like BP store food. Then you have fast food like McDonald's, Burger King, that stuff. Then you have these like chain restaurants, which is like the Red Lobsters and that, and Olive Gardens and that. And then you have like the actual restaurants. So I get the hierarchy. So Wagamama's is definitely like, definitely the chain one, but it's still pretty good. I like their ramen. But the Japanese restaurant that we ate at was much better. I can't wait to go to Japan. I hope I get to go someday. Would you prefer to be in Australia for a Christmas barbecue? I would always prefer to be in Australia because I don't really like cold weather and stuff, and I always want to be near the beach. And when I was in Australia, I had an amazing time. But it was springtime for us, so it was like fall for them when I was there. But I would end up going to New Zealand because that's where our family is. But yeah, I think it would be amazing to have a Christmas barbecue. That would be so much fun. And what a unique experience for me. Like, just because from being in the northeast of America and it always be freezing cold and all that all the time around this time of year, and being able to like wear my bathing suit and stuff, that'd be great. Oh, well, I mean, you could do Christmas on the beach, in the UK. It's not as much fun, I bet. That sucks, Richard. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think if there'd be a way you could do it, but I don't know if there is a way you could do it in your house. If I come up with one, though, I'll let you know. Oh, turnips, not parsnips? Well, nips and nips. Tomato. I think I missed something. Sorry. Greater London. Yeah, Greater London is like the outskirts of it, right? The towns that surround London proper. Is that right? I think that's right. Oh, yeah. I think Christmas on the beach would be fun. My partner won't like it because he hates sand, but I think it'd be great. Yeah, I think it would be. I think it's one of those novelty things, you guys. See, Marja lives in Texas, so she probably doesn't get it. But it'd be like like you, Marja, wanting to go to like Vermont or something for Christmas to experience it with the snow and everything. That's how we would be. Like, we would want to experience it with the warm weather and not freezing cold and all that crap. Although I don't remember, like, I remember maybe a handful of white Christmases my whole life. Ooh, Christmas in northern Thailand. Yeah, I agree. That sounds very interesting. I have this like new thing, whereas I had an upbringing where we did the same thing for every holiday every single year, and if you deviated from that, it was a big deal. Like I remember the first Thanksgiving that I missed because we came to England because my partner was on a work visa and it ended in November, so he had to leave, and I got extra like I got 2 days off, so it was easier for me to plan my vacation time around Thanksgiving time, so I could spend more time in England, and I remember the first time that I missed Thanksgiving, I got hell from my parents because I missed Thanksgiving, and I was like, "What?" I'm an adult. I'm engaged. Like I want to go meet my in-laws. Um, but so because we had that regimented schedule for so long around holidays, I am of the type of like feeling where I just want to travel for holidays now. Like I'd never want to be home. But my partner, because he was never home for so long, always wants to be home for all the holidays. So we're trying to find that like balance still. No, Alex, you don't have to send over any snow. Manny doesn't know what he's talking about. Don't and someone send any snow at all. We don't need it. Visiting the US can cost an additional 188 pounds. Is that is that like the extra visa costs? Just even for holiday visas? I knew there was something extra added now. oh, oh, that's funny. That is funny, Neil. I can assure you that being on a cruise is better than being on a ferry. I could imagine, right? This is much bigger. Cruise liner has stabilizers to cut out the rocking motion. Oh, I mean, lots of people have told me you can't feel it, but a lot of people told me that about ferries too. So, and I could feel it. Go on a cruise on a banana boat. They avoid bad weather. Is a banana boat those with those like things on the side, the floaters? Is that what a banana boat is? I think that's what it is. Aren't they for like people who party? Oh, yeah, it really is like a float. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Are you joking? And that might be it might be all right. I don't know. I've done like tubing on the lakes and stuff. That was all right. No problem, Neil. Take care of what you got to take care of. We're here if you need anything, and sending good vibes your way. Glad you could take a few minutes out for us. Anyone been on a ferry across the Irish Sea? No, I have not. I would like to though. Have I ever been on? How about living on a canal boat? No. I mean, I know it's a little less, but it's still a boat. I need solid ground. Hey, Island Girl, how are you? Thank you for being here. I'm doing very well. Thank you. Well, I'm doing somewhat well. I'm still fighting a cold, but I'm here. Glad to have you here. How are you? Yeah, you finally caught us live. We're live every Tuesday at 8 o'clock UK time. Um, you're in I think, are you in Alaska, Island Girl? I think you're in Alaska, so I don't know what time that would be in Alaska. What time is it where you are? And am I right? Phil says he did 6 years on a canal boat. Really? Why was it wonderful, Phil? Tell me. Convince me that it's worth a shot. Yeah, you have to have a strong stomach to be able to do that kind of boating. Had a canal boat moored in St. Catherine's Dock. It's a lot of maintenance. Yeah, yeah, I'm not interested in that either, to be honest with you. Mick McArthur is here. Hello. Did I miss you arriving, Mick? Sorry if I did. I did miss you. I'm so sorry about that. Mick, thank you so much for being here. My bad. I'm a Rotherhithe boy by choice. I don't know what that means. Is that a good thing? What does that mean? I assume that's like near the river, like a canal, I guess. Because you're talking about the Tower of you were near the Tower of London. This is my guess. You guys, it's like a foreign language, basically. Oh, Island Girl's going live on Friday. Awesome. I hope I can make it. Mandy, go to Japan and feel pre-literate? What? Are you making fun of me, Richard? I think you are. If you're visiting Japan, don't forget Japan or you can't cook anything. Oh, Sam is back. Disco says you're getting worse. Big Hack has paid for the Google search result to trick you. Oh, okay, got you. It's all a big ruse. It's a whole world of the ruse, John. Oh, I think they have pans in Japan. Duh. So you have the City of London, the City of Westminster, and the rest of London is counted as county. So what's Greater London, though? That doesn't answer my question, Richard, because I don't know where Greater London fits into that. Paul the Bookworm is here. Hello, Paul. How are you? No, it's not January yet. Are you a Scrooge or a Grinch? Do you not like the holiday season? I have not heard from TJ in a bit, to be honest, but I haven't heard from anyone in a bit because I've been off for Thanksgiving. So I will reach out and check. I'm sure she's just taking care of whatever she's got to take care of behind the scenes. I will send her all our love as I usually do. Phil says kiwis are the best colonials. Yeah, you like kiwis, huh, Phil? They're all right. I have one in my family. I have a few in my family, actually. They're all right. No, they're sweet. They're sweethearts. Yeah, you are in Alaska. So it's 12:11 p.m. Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? Let me see if I can figure it out. It's got to be because it would be 4 p.m. on the East Coast in America. So that would be 1 p.m. California time. So it's got to be Tuesday, right? All right. I think that's right. Australians are the best. Oh, we're going to have a throwdown between Richard and Phil now, between the Kiwis and the Aussies. It's down to 14 degrees in the Algarve. We're suffering. Yeah, you did sneak in late. I really didn't see you, Mick. I'm really sorry. I missed that. Greater London is the county, the various boroughs plus City of Westminster. Oh! Okay. Got you. Now that makes more sense. It's cementing in my brain a little bit more. until next year when we have the same conversation. No, I can't read Japanese. I can't speak Japanese. So that will be an interesting trip. We're basically putting it on the child because she's really good with languages. So anywhere we go now, we're just like, you got to learn enough for us to get by. Oh, we're so awful to her. We're just like, what did he say? We put it right on the spot. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Boom, I got it. I haven't lost it. Sweet. Well, I'm glad that you were able to join us, Island Girl. We're so happy to have you. What's the weather like in Alaska right now? Is it really, really like, is it, of course it's snowy. Do you have a, is it white night season yet? I'm curious. I always wanted to go to Alaska. I've never been there. Even though I don't like the cold, I can only spend, like a week there. But I did, we were thinking about going to Alaska. We only had the money to do one big trip like that. And it was either Alaska or Hawaii. And I had to pick Hawaii because I'm a beach person and I always wanted to go to Hawaii. But I did want to go to Alaska. We just didn't have the money. John says the city of London is a square mile around the Bank of England headquarters. It's its own county, surrounded by Greater London. So the city of London is only 1 square mile big? It seems silly, guys. Like, it seems like, why? Why? What's the point? Oh, I'm sorry, Paul. Yeah. I hear you. I have a grandfather that died in December. My sister died in December. So it does kind of put the Christmas, it's a different Christmas feeling, isn't it? And then my dad actually died right around my birthday. So it's a different feeling when I'm celebrating my birthday as well. So I totally hear you. As you get older, it's just, those are the perils of getting older. It is a luxury to get older, but it comes with its negatives, doesn't it? It's 1:15 p.m. Tuesday here in LA. It's 12:15 Tuesday in Alaska. The UK is 9 hours ahead of Alaska. I still got it, guys. It's okay. I always have to backtrack it though, because of course my mind goes immediately to the East Coast because that's where I'm from, right? But I do have to backtrack it. London is more north than Newfoundland. Is it? Really? I can speak Japanese, but I can't read it. It works backwards to us. Maybe we'll bring Disco with us to translate. Konnichiwa is hello in Japanese. I actually knew that. Arigato is thank you. I think I knew that as well. And sayonara is goodbye. I know I've heard sayonara, but I don't think I knew it was Japanese. Isn't it funny, like, how you hear these words in the culture and you don't really, like, think about where their origin is? Konnichiwa, arigato. I'm saying in, like, a Spanish accent because that's the language I learned. Konnichiwa, arigato, sorry, sayonara. My daughter cringes every time I try to say foreign words because I always say them in either an American or a Spanish accent. And she's like, say it in the right accent. But I don't think, because accents are really easy for her. So I don't think she understands how hard it is actually for people to get the accent. She picks it up really quickly. Like, she can speak French with a French accent. She speaks Greek with a Greek accent. We were in Italy, she had an Italian accent. Like, she just hears it and can pick it up. She's brilliant like that. I am not even close. As you can tell, I can not even speak Spanish, and I studied it for 2 years. I know some things and I could get by, like I can understand it, but I would have trouble saying it back in Spanish. I could read it as well. I can read it and understand it, but I would have trouble. I could read it in Spanish and speak it in Spanish, but I couldn't actually have a conversation where I was speaking Spanish. That would be tough for me. She just like, I remember she was trying to teach me how to do the French thing that they do. And I couldn't get it. And I said, how did you learn it? Teach me how you learned it. Right. And she goes, oh, well, I just heard them say it. So I just started to do it. I was like, I can't do it. That doesn't help me. Sam, your jokes, Sam, really. You know what would have been funny is if they got if the autocorrect changed that to garter. Oh, we love your jokes though, Sam. Please keep sending them because they do definitely break up the tide. Men and women in Japan speak different languages. Well, I guess it'd be like anywhere else, right? It depends on where you are in Japan. Isagi? Is that Isagi? Is that how you say that? I don't even know if I'm saying these right. 1.12 square miles is the city of London. What a waste. Just keep it London. It's fine. It's cold and icy at this time. It's 34 degrees. All right, so for all of my British friends, that is 34 degrees Fahrenheit. So it is about... It's just above freezing. So I would say like 1 or 2 degrees Celsius. Let me see if I'm right. It's weird doing it the other way around. Just, yeah, it's 1.1 degrees Celsius. Boom! Boom! I'm on it. Look at that. I'm getting there, you guys. Woo! The city of London was once inside the city walls. For a square mile? Okay. Yeah, like I'm not trying. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not trying to like be combative for the sake of being combative. I'm just it just makes no sense. White nights always occur in the summer months at northern latitudes nearer to the Arctic Circle, and also in it at the moment the Arctic Circle is continuously polar night. Okay. So it's summer, like the summertime is when it's a white nights and okay. I didn't know if Alaska was hot, was north enough for it, to be honest with you, because I know that like the northern part of Russia and stuff can experience it. So that's why I wasn't sure. Mick says, I would like to go to Katmai National Park to see the brown bear fishing for salmon on Brook Falls. That would be kind of cool to see from afar, obviously, because brown bears are freaking huge and scary. But yeah, that would be cool. I'd love to see all that kind of stuff. If I could spend the rest of my life traveling to see new fun things like that, little things like that, as well as the big things, like the Great Wall and all that kind of stuff, I would do it. If there was a way I could do it, I would do it. Like if I was on my own, that's what I would be doing. I'd be working my way from place to place to like see as much of that stuff as I can. But I have a partner and I have a child, so. But we're doing our best. We're trying to make our way through the world a little bit here and there where we can. We watched a really good film set in Japan last night, Rental Family. Brendan Fraser plays an American in Tokyo and speaks fluent Japanese. Huh. I like Brendan Fraser. I'm going to check that out. Thanks, John. So we watched The Polar Express over the weekend. Can I just tell you how much I hate that movie? I'm not hating on any of you if you like it. It's slow. It's boring. The animation looks like FIFA from 1994 or 2004 or 2014, whatever, I don't know. But it's weird. The animation is weird. The script is weird. And it was boring as hell. And I could not find much good in it, to be honest. It's a huge, huge movie in America, I remember. But I don't understand why. Because it's not that good. I just thought I would throw that out there because it was annoying me. Manny says I don't have time for Fahrenheit. Well, I mean, we only have Fahrenheit in the States, so bear with us. We're trying. Yeah, one degree is shit, Phil. It doesn't get below 8 in my chosen country and 20 without the sun come daytime. Oh, I might need to move there. Yeah, 32 degrees Fahrenheit is freezing. It's 0 degrees Celsius. That's kind of how I figured it out, to be honest with you. Excuse me, sorry. Taranga Soma. I don't know what that is either. Marsha, you have to translate it for me. Do I need to watch Shogun in order to learn? Is that what you guys are telling me? And there's books too. I probably would learn more by watching them, probably. Subtract Fahrenheit over Celsius, subtract 32 and half what's left. Yeah, well, that's how I figure out what the temperature is from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So you all told me that trick. You double it and add 30 or something like that, right? That's about it, roughly. But I knew that 32 degrees Fahrenheit was 0 Celsius, so that's kind of why I figured it out. It's almost big coat weather. That's big coat weather, Paul. I'm sorry. That's big coat weather where I'm from, at least. The Roman city of London, is that what it's left over from? The city of London? All right. It's very strange to me. It doesn't make any sense, but what did the Romans ever do for us? Not much. Anchorage is basically the same far north as Orkneys and Shetland. I love how you tell me that like I'm supposed to know where Orkneys and Shetland is, John. That's how I'm supposed to remember it, yeah? Yeah, you are very close to Russia. That's why I thought maybe, you were far enough north for that. I do think you guys do have you have very long days, if not all days, right? In Alaska? I feel like I knew someone whose sister lived in Alaska, and I remember her telling me something like that. But I could have misheard her, in all fairness. It was a long time ago. All Americans have a right to a pair of bare arms. Do you think we should make that more clear? Nah, they'll understand it. It's okay. Wait, you can walk the London Wall? Really? I don't even think the music is that good, in all fairness. Just my opinion, though, John. Right? See, then you meet people, you fall in love, you have kids, and you just get weighed down. So overrated. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love my family. I do. I love my family. But there's a lot of things I could have done if I was by myself still. I do love Tom Hanks, but I can't stand him. I can't stand that movie, I mean. I don't like it. I mean, like I said, it's very popular in the States, but I'm not a fan. Your kids might like it, so I would give it a shot, but I don't know, it's hard for me to get through. It's a chilly 68 in Greater LA. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there we go, Island Girl. You just get 40 million subscribers. That's all you need. I don't have any Alexa, Paul. I don't have any of those devices really. I don't believe in them. They listen to you. And I've had the experience in America with an Alexa that someone gave us actually, and it would like turn on and record, and then all of a sudden start playing back our conversation. I didn't like it. Besides the roads and the aqueducts, what did the Romans ever do for us? Yeah, America is not doing well. I know. So I think girls saying that weather, that's still shorts weather here. 34 is not big coat weather in Alaska. Yeah, right. Oh, oh, he's a very naughty boy. Follow the cord. Oh, I love Life of Brian. That's a great movie. Go to Newcastle. They don't even wear their big coats when it's snowing. Long days in the summer, Alaska is also called the land of midnight sun. And then in winter, it's short days, but it also depends on where in Alaska you are. Thank you for that clarification. I thought I heard something like that. It's crazy how nighttime changes in the same time zone of UK, Portugal for being 2,000 miles south. Yeah, the world is insane. All right, y'all. I have to cut it there because I have to get some more rest, obviously. Thank you all so much for joining me. I had so much fun catching up with y'all. Please smash that like button on your way out if you can. If you also can, no obligation, but consider joining. You can scan this little barcode up here if you can. If you can't, no big deal. I get it. Just like, share, all that stuff, comment, and just make sure that you let me know. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. And I'll find the medium between what I like and you guys like. And we will go from there. I do this channel with y'all. The community is a huge part of it. So make sure that you tell me everything that you think. Even if you think it's bad, I can take it. Don't worry. I wish you guys nothing but safe, warm, a safe, warm week. I hope you guys enjoy it. All thoughts and prayers to all of you that are struggling behind the scenes. I know some of it. I don't know all of it, but I'm still thinking of you and you're still in my thoughts. And I send good vibes out to you guys all the time. So if there's anything that I can do, please do not hesitate to ask. I will do everything that is in my power to help you, because without you guys, I would be nothing at this point. So all the best to you. Have a great week. I will see you for the rest of the week through our Vlogmas and everything. And yeah, thank you all for everything. Have a great day. Bye.